Hello my intuitors, it's Aria here. Welcome to the Intuit Cafe. And I'm just shuffling cards right now, just about to lay them out for a reading that I'm going to do this week that I thought the focus would be really neat to do on what I'm calling the heart of the soulmate. And depending on how this works out, I might just start making it a regular thing. But one of the things I've really discovered as a card reader is that when I have something a little bit more focused to do a reading on, I get a lot better messages and information that comes through. First of all, I just want to apologize. I didn't do any readings during the week. I had a number of private readings that I was doing, but I was also kind of feeling a little stuck on daily readings and feeling like I didn't really like what was coming through that much. It wasn't, to me, it wasn't all that exciting or interesting. Maybe it has been for those of you who've watched it, and I appreciate that. I've found that I get a little frustrated and a little bored when I'm just doing general readings and I'm not reading for specific clients. When I do private readings, I get so much more specific information that comes through because I am tuning into one person's energy. But then the message that is created in that process ends up being so good and so much better, I think, than when I'm doing general readings, that I had kind of an epiphany today. And I was like, you know, I really wish that I could have like a private reading for someone, but then post it for public viewing, and then allowing the viewers to, you know, you'll be able to see the questions that were asked, and of course, just you'll be able to resonate if this message is going to be similar or something along the lines of where you're headed as well. So it's kind of like your own intuition ends up tuning into the message and deciding even ahead of time, should I listen to it or not? Is it going to be, you know, filled with messages that are for me or not? I would like to have a number of people with a wide variety of questions messaging me, asking for readings that you know will be published publicly with no names or anything attached. But because you're kind of doing me a favor for my channel by allowing me to publish it publicly, I'm going to kind of return the favor in the sense that instead of asking for a specific price for the reading, I'm going to do readings on a donation basis. So allowing you as a viewer to offer, you know, whatever it is you feel like you can afford, an energy exchange that's reasonable, go ahead and make a donation to my channel and just say, I'm interested in participating in the reading by donation. I don't know how long I'll run that special. We'll just kind of see how it goes. But I'm really hoping that I get enough people volunteering that I can, you know, maybe be posting a new reading every day. And I'll be a lot more inspired to do daily readings when I have variety. Because I find that when I'm just sitting down to do daily readings, I'm getting bored with them. So I don't know if you guys will get bored watching them. Maybe I have a lot of people who love watching them regardless, but I think that all of us will get more out of it when I'm tuning into one specific person's energy and their situation, and then allowing the rest of you to tune into that specific reading once it's already created. It's kind of like a pick a card reading, only it's a pick a reading, and you'll get to, you know, decide ahead of time, is this going to be a message? Are these questions, are they similar to my questions that I have? And then asking your higher guidance even to just tell you, yes, this has a message for you, or no, it doesn't. So without any further ado, let's get right on into your reading by your sign of the zodiac. And thanks so much for watching, liking, and subscribing to my channel, and we will talk to you soon. All right, Sagittarius, this is your reading for this week, the heart of the soulmate. What is going on with your soulmate, the person you're connected to? Perhaps you have not met them yet and you're waiting and wondering where they're at and when they're coming in, and what might be going on in their, you know, for them right now, or if you know who they are, if they're already in your life in some way. Let's go ahead and take a look. So we have the man, the diamond ring, or the diamond engagement ring. People, circle, things you hold dear, a knife, sharpness, and then the maverick. So right off the bat here, the most like obvious or clear meaning would be that there's the man, either you or somebody you're connected to, is thinking about asking someone to marry them, or will be asked by the other person in a long-term relationship or marriage, or their long-term relationship and marriage is coming up here right now for, you know, us to take a look at. Let's see how that turns out. And right here, the circle is interesting because, you know, a ring is a circle too. And this is actually part of the other meaning of the word ring in the Lenormand is about, you know, people that are, you know, in your inner circle, people you hold dear. So this is the closest people to you, very much kind of a soulmate kind of thing. But we also have the sharpness and cutting and elimination of something. And in regards to self-employment and being an entrepreneur or just a maverick. Now, if the self-employment or career or work kind of thing is not applicable, I'm taking it as the energy of doing things in a really different way, and that is being eliminated here. So it's almost like what I'm feeling with that is it's that there was, no, I'm getting it with this, they go together, that you or they, actually they, because we're looking at the heart of the soulmate. Okay, so this other person is going to be making some kind of cut in their life, and it's going to be a very, you know, very maverick thing to do. The kind of thing that everybody that's watching would be like, what? Wait, what? What'd you just do? Wow, okay. Not a bad thing, but just like they have guts. They have the, you know, the nerve to cut, eliminate, and do something that would most people would shy away from. But because they have that kind of the spirit of the entrepreneur, the maverick, you know, like taking that risk. It's a big risk. Okay, so that's what's going on here. I see the connection. So what's happening with this person, first, whoever this is meant for out there, them getting into a, you know, leveling up in this relationship with you perhaps is a really big risk. And but you know, something that they hold you very dear, and they're willing to take that risk. For some of you out there, you're connected with someone, they're your soulmate, they're your catalytic heart relationship situation that, you know, really caused an awakening for you, but they're involved with someone else and they still haven't extracted themselves from that. And that's what's about to happen, because it's about this, you know, actual long-term relationship, marriage, or whatever. The man is about to take, or they're contemplating it, this complete cutting away, eliminating, and it's completely maverick. And what I mean by that is that you don't see it coming either. You know them really well, and you've maybe been hoping that this would finally take place because, you know, it's been a long time coming. They've got themselves caught up in a relationship that needed to end, and needed to end for some time, and you don't even see it coming. It's going to be so surprising. So the circle and people, things they hold dear, they hold you dear, there's no doubt about that. That's coming up here for a reason. But I also feel that it's very central to whatever's going on here with this relationship, whether they're going to be making the move to you. I feel like for a lot of you, you know, if there's no third party involved, it's all toward you. They're going to be making this big cut, and they're going to eliminate something in order to make room for this. That's it. Okay, sorry. I'm really not all over the place. It's being refined. It's coming through here to me. This may be a third person in some people's situations. In other people's situation, it might be a job or something in a career that's been in the way of this relationship, you know, moving forward in a relationship with you. For some people, it's a marriage that needed to go in order for them to be with you. For some people, it's a, you know, some other kinds of situation, even just like, you know, maybe their parents, or, you know, maybe they have a person in their life that's holding them back in some way. That would be a third person, even if it's not their partner marriage. But regardless, they're cutting away something very unexpectedly. You don't see it coming because it's a maverick thing to do. And they're doing it in a very entrepreneurial way, as in they're going to take this cut and they're going to turn it into something so much more. Like, they're cutting it off, but in the cutting it off, they're then able to take like all the pieces that are left and create something even better and bigger and more beautiful and amazing out of, like, picking up the pieces and putting this all together in a way nobody saw coming, and everybody's gonna kind of be like standing there with their mouth agape wondering, wow, you know, how in the world did they manage to pull that off? Okay, so let's see some more. I have trees, slow and steady growth. I've got yarn things that need to be untangled, branches diverging into two or more things, and the rabbits are desire for something more. So really what happened here, this has been growing for a long time. So like I'm saying, you don't see it coming, like you kind of do, but when it really finally happens, it's like, oh my God, OMG. Oh my goodness, what in the world? That is, it's stunning, right? It's been growing for a long time, but when they actually do it, and when they do it, you know, I'm talking about all those pieces that need to be, that will be picked up and they can make something more out of it. It's all about this yarn, things and issues that need to be untangled. They're untangling them. They're cutting them away. They're cutting it apart. They're cutting apart all the knots. And instead of just like untangling it, they're literally just cutting them, cutting out all the knots, but then all of those pieces, they'll put them all together like one of those crazy quilts or crazy Afghans you see, you know, grandmas used to make, or they still do make, I think, with all the different colors of yarn. That's what this is about. What they're going to do with the pieces when they're finished, they're going to put it back together because they're an entrepreneur. They have that spirit of then building up and making something amazing out of it. This is really cool. So diverging things that branches is about things that diverge into two or more things. Again, look at this. This is all what I'm saying here. That was big affirmation there. And then the tree, and then the rabbits are a desire for something more. The reason, like this tree has been at the energy at the root of all of this all along. It's been there for a long time. It's a long time coming. And the reason it's a long time coming is because they desire something more than what they have right now. And they, you know, this is all about people they hold dear. They hold you dear. They hold other people in the situation dear. But they're finally going to make a decision and a choice based on what they want for themselves, which does involve, you know, moving forward with you know, what they desire. Oh, I just had to pull this one out too. Raccoon, shrewdness, knowing how to make it happen. See, it's the same kind of spirit as over here. They know how to make this happen, and they're just going to finally do it. Coming up here. So good on you, Sagittarius. Hey, if you guys want to have a private reading with me, the private readings are really powerful right now. For a limited time only, I'm doing this. You can like pick your price, basically. Make a donation. A smaller donation will get a shorter reading, maybe just 1 or 2 questions. But if you want, you know, larger reading, and again, it really is okay if all you have is a few dollars to do it with. Your reading will be posted publicly on YouTube, but with no names. I won't say anybody's name, so you'll be the only one that knows that that reading was just for you. And you know, I'll send you a link to it so you know it's your reading, and then other people can also utilize that reading as you know, for messages for themselves, because lots of good messages come through in private readings. Thanks so much for watching, liking, and subscribing to my channel, and I'll see you guys around soon.